Good morning. Hey guys, it's Kim here. It's a Saturday morning and I'm thinking about soup later in the day. And I am scanning over this concoction of just various random things out of my refrigerator and pantry. And I wanted to share with you how I'm going to put this together today for soup. So I'm going to start off with this quick video. It's the first one I've done, doing it with my handy dandy cell phone. Probably not super professional, but hey, we're going to go with it today. So what I've pulled together here is I've pulled some stalks of celery that I'm going to chop up pretty fine. I'll probably saute those first because they're pretty much raw, along with they are raw, of course, and along with the carrots. Now, a lot of times I will have celery already cut up and in a container, very similar to the one that you see here with carrots in it, so that I will have those at the ready throughout the week when I need them. But I didn't have any, so I'm going to do that today, and then probably, or this morning, and probably will do the rest of that celery in the water soon. I've got a clove of garlic that I'm going to pull a couple of small cloves off of and mince those up. And then I have a lonely little shriveled potato here that has actually been baked already. Oftentimes I will bake some potatoes earlier in the week, and then I have them, stick them in the fridge. I have them ready to fry up or to put in with eggs for breakfast in the morning or for whatever dish I want. I like to do that so that they're handy. It's a time-saving trick for me. And I've got one here today, so we're going to use it. So I also have some fresh sweet corn that my dad and I we froze or put up last summer. Looking forward to that. A can of peas. Why do I keep saying can? A bag of peas, frozen peas. I probably won't use all of both of these, but I'll use some of these. Then, of course, I have the carrots. Also, again, another one of my time-saving tricks, I have some red onion that has already been chopped up that I use throughout the week. And then over here is where it starts to get interesting. I have this little fatty but very good piece of Angus beef roast we had for dinner last night, and we ate almost the whole thing except for this piece. Well, the dog ate a little bit too, so we'll say 3 of us ate that. This is going to go into the soup as the meat, as part of the meat. And then, voila, what are these things? These are actually 2 boneless ribs, barbecue sticky ribs that we had the night before. And so we're kind of tired of ribs because we had it the night before, we had it for lunch. So we're ready to do something else with it. They're being cold and in the fridge. You can see a little congealed fat on them. Really not worried much at all about the barbecue flavor. I think it may add to the mix. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it works. You know, I have even done things where I've sort of just rinsed the meat off a little bit to get some of the flavor off. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do that or not. I think it's going to be fine. And then over here is the inspiration for why I actually wanted to do this dish, is because when I made the roast last night, I kept and saved all of the drippings off the roast. Now, we often will, put this over potatoes or over the roast. It's just kind of like the au jus of the roast, which is great. Now, I don't want to disturb this too much because I want to really skim all this, fat off of the top and get rid of that fat. I don't really want that in my soup, so I will do that. But what we have left underneath here is this really rich broth and some onions. So what I did with this last night when I was making the roast was that I seared off the roast in my Instant Pot on the saute mode on both sides, and then that left a little bit of drippings in the bottom of the pan. Seared it in some olive oil. And then I took the meat out and I added a couple of chopped sweet onions to the mix. Let those onions cook down a little bit and get brown. And then to sort of deglaze the pan, I made a mixture of red wine vinegar, a little bit of liquid smoke, and some Worcestershire sauce. And so I, all told together, it's probably about 1/4 of a cup of liquid. And I popped that in the bottom of the Instant Pot and sort of quickly deglazed the pan with the onions in there. It just adds a little bit of body or a little bit of extra flavor to your broth. And then on top of that, I added about 1 cup of red wine. finished off deglazing that pan, and then added the roast back in, and 1 hour in the Instant Pot, plus your venting time, and voila, we had a great roast. As you can see, we ate all of it except for that little bite. At any rate, this is the stuff. I think this is all I'm going to use. And I'm going to put this in the Instant Pot, and I'm going to follow up with some other pictures and things of what's going on with this recipe and more details in the rest of the blog post. Take care. Happy Saturday morning. Hope yours is great. Bye. So here we go, folks. Chock full of vegetables and meat. I just took a bite. It was really hot. I should have waited a little bit. Doesn't need a thing except maybe a little bit of salt. And I am very pleased with the results. Awesome. Bon appetit.